Brittany. It's always interesting when we try to delve into the hearts and minds of people, but do you think Lincoln Riley and or Alex Grinch will leave if Oklahoma wins the national championship this year?
Those questions are, they're good questions, obviously, but I think they're very difficult to answer just in terms, especially. So let's kind of talk about Alex Grinch for example. So I think it automatically depends on what jobs are open, right? I mean, you look at that. I don't think he's a guy that's going to take a job just to take a job. Washington State came up. He didn't even choose to interview. There was another job that he was linked to. I'm trying to remember exactly what school it was, but there was another job that he was linked to. This off season. Didn't really have a whole lot of interest in that. So I think Grinch is a guy that is really going to want to, maybe not necessarily a blue blood, but I think he's going to want to be at a fairly high profile Power 5 school. So I think he's waiting for that opportunity. So and I'm just throwing out a team here. So if a team, let's just say Maryland opened up, I think that might be something that he would look at. Having said that, I would be surprised if they continue to have the same success on the defensive side of the ball, continue to get better and win a national championship, or even win a playoff game for that matter. A couple years from that, I don't see him being around for more than a couple of years. Now, with Riley is a different story. I think there's very few places that he would be willing to go. He's said for multiple years that the Dallas Cowboys is intriguing to him from an NFL perspective. So I think there's a couple of jobs in the NFL that he would be interested in going to. If you win it, specifically if they win a championship, in either this year or, in the coming years, I think that's probably one of the only jobs that he would leave for if they win a championship. Now, if he doesn't win a championship in the next, let's just say 2 or 3 years, I could see him looking potentially at maybe broadening his maybe search is not the right word, but broadening his option to where he would go. And you think about this, and this is not being a homer or homerism, but there's not a whole lot of jobs at the FBS level that's better than what he has right now. I mean, obviously, you have Alabama, you have Clemson. I mean, Alabama's the best job in the country, obviously, right now, just from what Nick Saban's been able to do there. Clemson's not a traditional blue blood, but the way that Dabo's brought them forward, it's a big time job. So there's probably, I don't know, Mark, 3 or 4 jobs that you could consider that might be better than the one that he has now, maybe. So I think the only thing that probably gets him thinking or potentially has him interested in looking elsewhere is, we're 3-4 years down the road. We're sitting here 2025 and Oklahoma still hasn't won a national championship. Then maybe I think the thought creeps in his mind, okay, can I win one here? Is maybe the story. So other than that, if they win a championship, I would not expect him to leave anytime soon.